What is up, gang? This is the X-Team Featurette channel, and I'm Chris, and today I'm sitting in front of the old abandoned Kino rack, so that means I'm going to be talking about some Kino Lorber highlights from my collection, movies that I think are good enough to share and recommend, so let's take a look. Most of these are kind of spooky. It's almost October, so, I was trying to get everyone in the mood for some haunts maybe. But as I record this, it is still technically summer. So first I wanted to talk about Mr. Majestic, because I don't think that this was in my last Kino highlight collection video that I did a long time ago. So I have since seen this and I absolutely love it. It is my biggest crush of all time, Charles Bronson. And he plays a badass like he typically does. So in this movie, he is a watermelon farmer, and all he wants to do is get his crop of watermelon, and people keep messing with him. So he has to take matters into his own hands. Whenever I watch it, I'm like, wow, this is like really, really good. It's like right up there with like, 10 to Midnight and Death Wish. It's solid Charles Bronson. So I highly suggest it to anyone that has not seen it. It's definitely worth buying. It's amazing. So, have a nice slice of summer watermelon while it's still there, and think of Charles Bronson and Mr. Majestic. So next is one that I haven't seen in quite some time, but it's very memorable and very whacked out, so I loved it. We have Highway to Hell, Chad Lowe and Christy Swanson, my husband's crush. And then CJ Graham played Hell Cop. Basically, these people get stuck on this like weird stretch of highway, and this Hell Cop's trying to drag them down into hell, pretty much. But it's kind of interesting how, like, the landscape and everything. It's really interesting how they like interpret what hell's like. It's always fun to see that type of stuff, but it's very like a very desert oriented like driving movie in a lot of parts, so that's always fun. This is a 1991 release. There's actually some special features on here. We have the audio commentary by director Ate De Jong, interview with special effects makeup artist Steve Johnson, an animated montage of images, and the original theatrical trailer. So most Kinos are kind of bare bones, but this one has some pretty cool features on it. But it's a really awesome movie that you should probably check out. And then I just had to talk about these ones again since I just reviewed them. We have a couple Vincent Price movies, The Last Man on Earth and Master of the World. And I did have a review video that I did with Rob, Movie and Toy Collector 13. So if you have not seen that video yet, go check that out, because I go into further detail with a Vincent Price historian on and get some insight on these flicks. But they were both great. So Last Man on Earth is just like, I mean, it's an instant classic for anyone that hasn't seen it. Like, this was my first time watching it, so it's absolutely a must see. And then The Master of the World, Vincent Price plays like the bad guy, but it's one of those deals where it's like, is he really a bad guy, or does he just have like some misguided like notions? And Charles Bronson plays a badass in it once again, so it was awesome. And these ones are actually not bare bones. This one has a audio commentary with Richard Harlan Smith. Master of the World has audio commentary with film historian Tom Weaver and Vincent Price biographer Lucy Chase Williams. And then there is also on this one an audio commentary with actor David Frankham, who plays the fiance in this movie. And all of these commentaries were fantastic. Some really great information on them, so I highly suggest if you pick these up, check out the commentary tracks. So cruising back on into my era of film, Rawhead Rex, a 1986 release, a great year. I said that Kinos don't have a lot of features, and these ones are absolutely stacked with features, so I'll just freeze on that and let you check that out for a second. So the first thing I'll say about Rawhead Rex is that the practical effects are absolutely amazing, and they are enough in and of themselves to warrant a watch. So definitely worth seeing it just for the effects alone. The character, Rawhead Rex, is amazing looking. But then it's also written by Clive Barker, so it's going to be good. It kind of follows the story of this one family and how they had to deal with this, and it's interesting because it has like kind of a feminist twist at the end, so it's always cool to see that type of stuff. Kind of reminded me of a little bit of Ernest Scared Stupid and the whole mother's milk thing, so Not quite, but a little bit. So interesting take. Next we have a couple Darren McGavin flicks written by Richard Matheson. We have 72's The Night Stalker and 73's The Night Strangler. So I don't know what it is with a lot of these ones I picked had slips this time around, but they're absolutely beautiful. The first time that I watched, well, I should say the first time that I watched The Night Stalker, I didn't know what to expect at all. I thought that it was just going to be like a serial killer deal. I didn't read anything about it. I didn't know anything about it. So I had no idea what to expect, and I was completely surprised and like pleasantly surprised. So it was seriously that good. And honestly, I need to watch it again. So I don't want to spoil anything about it in case somebody doesn't know anything about it like I didn't. But I just love, this is 72 and 73, so just a really cool era in film. And aside from that, like the story is amazing. So really enjoy it. Really good horror watches. The next one is a 1990 release, Buried Alive. Look how beautiful this slip is. Like, I love the coloring on it. Just absolutely gorgeous. I picked this up because we're obsessed with Tim Matheson. So he's in this. His character is absolutely amazing. We have Jennifer Jason Leigh and then William Atherton. So there's really kind of like a small cast in this, but they all are like really amazing. It's basically about Tim Matheson's character is like, he just built this house, like their dream house for his wife, and she just might be two-timing him or worse, so there's like a pretty intricate storyline there, and her character was just like I remember like the scene with her and the doctor in the kitchen, and it was just like she was just really good in this. I really liked her performance, and yeah, it was just every moment of it just had me interested. So I highly suggest it. There's actually a commentary on here too with entertainment journalist and author Brian Reisman, and there's an interview with actor William Atherton, who is the doctor in this. So really cool. If you have not checked this out, I really suggest it. It's fun. So my last recommendation for this video is Burnt Offerings. This is a 76 release, and this might be one of my favorite haunted house movies ever, which I feel like I say that about every haunted house movie, but it's true. So this is just that good. It's still wrapped because we watched it not too long ago on our DVR. I hadn't seen it before that, but I heard like amazing things, and every single time, like, because I always like watch every single Kino sale, and the one time this went on sale, we just like didn't place an order soon enough and missed it. So like I finally got this for a decent price, and yeah, I will check this out soon because there's a lot of commentaries on here. There's 2 interviews, and then there's 2 commentaries, and then there's some trailers and stuff, so you can check that out. What's interesting about this, I didn't know until very recently this is based on a novel, even though it says it right here, based on the novel by Robert Marasco. Really want to read that because this movie was amazing. What's really cool, this takes place in the Phantasm House. So it started and I'm like, hey, I recognize that. But yeah, it's an amazing haunted house movie, and I really don't want to spoil anything about it because it's just that good. So don't take my word for it, check it out for yourself. So thanks for checking out my recommendations from Kino Lorber. If you have an Instagram, go to the description and find my Instagram link, because I like to, whenever there's Kino sales, I like to talk about my recommendations on Instagram. It's a fun time. And if you have seen any of these or have any comments, leave them down below and we'll have a chat. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time with another video. Later.